Hello, everyone. Not even sure where to begin. There's so much that's been happening. I'm going to give you an update. I'm still in the hospital. As you can see, still here. It's July 3rd. It's been quite a few weeks now, and I'm so tired of being in the hospital, honestly. I wanted to give an update. There's so much that I found out and not found out, and there's so many questions. I did not have the reversal. I think I confused some people. They did a surgery to try and get the unblock the blockages that I had and get them unblocked. That was successful, and I'm having other issues like swallowing. I still have this stuff here, which is the vitamin bags, and not being able to swallow too much, trying to get some chicken broth down, just a couple little sips. They started telling me the other day that I was going to be going home with like these PICC lines. I can't do that. And I was going to not be able to swallow for like a month or two, and home health, and I'm too young for this shit. So I'm having issues with my oxygen from aspiration during surgery. So when they take the nasal cavities out, I drop as low as 76 even. I've dropped. And the good thing is I don't have to be intubated because the nasal cavities help. But to drag oxygen around as a non-smoker, just, quality of life is not what I thought. So I know there's a lot that's fixing to happen, and we're trying to figure it all out. I talked to my oncologist, and I got on a good talk as far as, I have stem cells on freeze. There's not a lot of Roux-en-Y patients, but he basically told me he cannot use my stem cells for cell rejuvenation because he would have to put into my bone marrow, and it would pump up my bone marrow, which doesn't need to be pumped up right now. So there's not viable tissue for them to insert my stem cells into in order for growth. This is if today we're running tests to see how high it is in my blood, to see if the M spike is up, to see if the inflammation has caused the cancer like we thought it could go. I am a high-risk aggressive multiple myeloma patient, which means at any time it could take a turn. The really bad thing right now is, even though this was a choice made so I can be able to qualify for my chemos like CAR-T and Sarclisa and Dara, my body is in such a fragile state that if it was up, I can't have any treatment. So we had that talk yesterday, and I love my oncologist because he called me after hours personally to talk to me about everything. We made a decision that was in my best health, and I'm okay with that. It just didn't go according to plan. I have a really great team at Mayo Clinic for oncology. There's just a lot that entails with cancer when you have an incurable cancer like multiple myeloma. It's a constant fight, and I've always been ahead of the fight until now. So I have faith that when we run the test, it's still going to be at bay. But because I've had such high inflammation inside, we just got to make sure it's still at bay. And hopefully I wouldn't need anything. We talked about this is going to be an ongoing problem that I'm probably going to have possibly with this Roux-en-Y gastric bypass. I'm always going to have issues, and I can't have that. I am every point of what a person would qualify for reversal. I hit those marks. We obviously cannot do a surgery right now, but I am looking at full reversal. And like, I'm gonna still have complications because it's not gonna be perfect because we did this. But the goal is to reverse when I can get healthy enough to have another surgery. And I know that sounds stupid and crazy, but it's not. And I need to be able to do that. Everything will be okay. I just have to get through the next year or so. I was really hoping to go back to my career in November. I really thought I might be able to. God's thrown some wrenches in. But I gotta tell you, I know a lot of people that had a lot of success with these surgeries. But I really think that we're in a world where somehow the medical field wants to make it a skinny world. Problem is some of us just aren't skinny because of overeating. You know, I've gained 20 pounds since I've been in here in pure fluid. I'm 20 pounds heavier right now than I was before the surgery. It had nothing to do with food at all. And that's the problem that they're not seeing in the medical field right now. I personally do not recommend this surgery for anyone. You know, I know a lady that needed knee surgery. They told her she was only 235 pounds. They told her that they weren't going to do her knee surgery unless she had gastric bypass. What's the purpose of that? Listen, I did really good on liquids. I felt great. This whole intermittent fasting thing, I think, is a whole new world. I really think it's the key to losing weight and getting people on track and target. And I mean, my cholesterol was perfect. Everything was great. And just eat some soups, do some liquids, do some Premier Proteins, do that for a week or two, get yourself on track, and have small portions. With that, you don't need this crazy stuff. You know, but I'm going to get through one day at a time. I do appreciate everyone that has been donating to the GoFundMe. Thank you. Because this was very unexpected. And there is going to be a lot of cost involved. I don't know how I'm going to do a lot of things yet. I just know that I'm in God's hands and it's okay. And I'm going to take it one day at a time. And I'm sorry for the people that want the cheery updates. The last few days have not been too cheery for me. But there has been, you know, some positives in there too. I just need to take it one step at a time. And I am. And I'll get through it. Thank you, everyone, for your love. Thank you for your support. I got a very long journey ahead. And I love you all. Thank you.